Welcome back, dear viewers, and I am now pleased to be joined by our distinguished guest on the studio, Yousef Qabazard, who is a public speaker, motivational speaker, and so many other titles. Welcome back on Hala Kuwait. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was always a pleasure.
Now, Yousef, let's dive in.
Yes.
What do you think truly motivates people? Is it love, fear, or the need for control?
It all depends on the person himself, first of all. For me, at first, fear was the motivation for me to do stuff, because I always thought between me and myself, I only have one life, and if I'm gonna let fear stop me, it will not be an enjoyable life. So I stated down all my fears, and then I confronted them face to face. But there are people, they're motivated by love. They want somebody to be there for them. They want somebody to be compassionate, empathetic with them. And then when they have this kind of people or support, they're gonna be motivated to do more, because this is motivation by love. Motivation through control, I've never experienced a guy or a person that motivates through control that was successful. So, in my opinion, I don't see motivating through control is the best way to do it.
Sustainable, it's not sustainable.
Yes, yes. Because people you work with would not like that.
Okay, that's a great segue to this question, which is which one of them is the most sustainable? Like, I know sometimes with the love, sometimes when people become newly, let's say, parents, when they have a child, that motivates them to do everything in their power to give that child the best life possible. So I know that's a good one, but is there other ones? So let's say, which one is the most sustainable?
I think love.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Love is more sustainable because it's long term. If you want somebody short term, do it by fear or do it by, for example, controlling people. But in my ways of thinking, I always think long term. I always visualize like 5 to 10 years ahead, because this is more sustainable. Look at all the businesses, look at all the successful people. They look in front. Jeff Bezos, when was he profitable? I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years after he opened Amazon.
That's true.
Which is, at first he was always losing. But look at he's a visionary. Look at what he built after waiting all these years. And now look at him. So it's all about long term. It's all about, putting love first and putting people first. And then when you put people first, God will give you great things.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So do you believe people can really change deep down, or just adjust their behavior, let's say?
I can, in my opinion, I say that people can really change because I did. I changed in a really deep way, which means if I could do it, people could also do it. If there is the hunger or the need to change. I don't like changing, the word, I want to change you, I want the best for you. No, everybody knows what's best for them. And if somebody is not satisfied with his life, he knows how to change. But it's always resistance or uncertainty or the fear of something, fear of people's opinion, fear of criticism or whatever. It all depends on the person himself. But I see that people could truly change. Yeah.
That is very introspective. Now, why is it so hard for most people to step out of their comfort zones?
It's mostly fear. We have a list of fears, because one of the books I've been always rereading is Think and Grow Rich. And he stated that we have, as human beings, we have 12 to 13 fears. I don't know exactly what are the fears, but most of it's fear of criticism, fear of failure, and fear of uncertainty, and fear of death. These are the 4 fears I remember. There are so much more, but as one mentor once told me, fear is just false evidence appearing real.
Amazing. Yes. Can you explain that?
Yes, like that. It's mostly evidence that even didn't show. What are you fearful from, or who are you fearful from? Who are they? Who are them? I'm fearful of that. I'm fearful of this guy criticizing. Who's this guy? We always make up stories in our own minds, and the fear is all mentally. So this is what I believe, because I went through that. I faced my fears, and then I thought this would happen, but nothing happened. So I kept on seeing, I kept on expanding my boundaries. What can I do? What else can I, how much can I achieve? How much can I earn? How much can I do? So, and when you see that, you took the step and nothing happened, you're still alive, you're not dead, what else can I do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, let's shift gears.
Yeah.
What do you think most people get wrong about human nature?
Yeah. This is a interesting question. The answer is, it all depends on the person himself. Because in the end, we are all human beings. We all go through the same exact things, same exact problems, same exact thoughts, same exact perspectives, maybe. But who's the successful and the unsuccessful? The guy that shifts his mindset about the problem or about whatever he's going through. Like me and you can go through the same problem. You can get out of this problem as a successful person. I can get out of this problem as an unsuccessful person. So it all depends on your mentality and your mindset about whatever you're going through. So I see that we are all the same, and human nature is simple. We always tend to complicate things.
I see.
Yes, we always do it.
What about emotions? Do you think emotions control us more than we realize?
Yes. Emotions do control us, because emotions drive motion, as Tony Robbins says, which means that we always do stuff based on emotions. Most people, not everybody. Why? Because when you want to buy something, it's based on an emotion. If you want to do something, it's based on an emotion. If you want to create something, it's based on an emotion. Everything is done through emotions. If you, for example, if you're happy, what are you going to do? You're going to do great stuff. But if you're angry, what are you going to do?
So it's the catalyst, basically, for everything.
For everything, yes. We're like, well, how could I say that? We're walking emotion humans.
Nice.
Yes.
So what's the real difference then between living a healthy mindset and just pretending to be positive?
I don't like the word be positive, be positive, be positive. What does that mean, first of all? Okay. And being positive is every time, like you're seeing life as rainbows and sunshine, and it's not true. Yeah, everybody can show you this thing. But when, for example, we get a problem, find the positive stuff or the positive solution in the problem. Because your brain or your mind has a negative bias towards everything. Everything, your mind will focus on the negative first. That's how our minds are shaped. We tend to focus on mistakes. We tend to focus on the bad things, the negative things. Look at the news. For example, did they ever share good stuff? It's mostly bad stuff.
It's mostly negative.
Yeah,
yes,
mostly negative. Why? To instill fear in us. And that's how they control our mind. That's how they manipulate us. But you need to be aware of that. Yeah. So pretending to be positive is someone just faking it, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so let's then talk about what are some of the daily habits that make the biggest difference in how someone thinks or feels.
That's a complicated question a little bit. So
yeah, where do we start?
Could you repeat the question again?
So what daily habits do you think make the biggest difference in how someone thinks or feels?
Daily habits, there are successful habits that each person can encapsulate and have it based on their lifestyle. For example, the habit of discipline, the habit of consistency, the habit of getting early in the morning. These are good habits that could lead to success in the long term. So, for example, a good habit that I encapsulate is consistency and discipline. It's really important because it's giving me the results that I want. And we are walking habits, actually. Everything we do is based on habits. Everything is ingrained within our minds from when we're small. But what are the habits that you have ingrained? And if you've built bad habits, you could change them to good habits. But you need to be aware of it first. It takes 21 days to build a new habit, and it takes 66 days to make a habit a new normal, which is called automaticity.
Automaticity?
Yes, automaticity. So for example, your shoes. Do you think how you tie your shoes, or you just do it subconsciously?
Subconsciously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everything. For example, you're an interviewer. The first time you did it, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
And now, it's natural for you. So, for example, a person good at trading. At first, he was not maybe consistent or disciplined, or he had fear of losing. But after years or after months, look at him. Now it's just a habit for him, and it's just a game for him, and he makes money like that. So it's everything is habits. But what are the habits that are moving the needle forward? You need to know them, and you need to understand them, and you need to understand yourself first.
That's very great points, very introspective as well. So how can a person then stop replaying the same negative thoughts over and over again?
I'll be the example of it. How do you stop that? By being aware of it first. Where is it coming from? Why is it coming to you? And where is it coming to you? Mostly the negative thoughts or the negative replaying of memories comes when you sleep or when you wake up. This is from me. Mostly when I sleep or wake up. Nothing in the middle of the day. Or it depends sometimes. Depends of what the situation I am in. So to stop that, there's nothing, you can't stop it. You just need to be aware of it. Why is it coming up? So asking yourself questions is really important. Is this serving me? Is this thought serving me? Is this thought moving the needle forward? Is this thought a positive thought? When you become a leader of yourself, you know how to delete or cancel these thoughts and replace them with good thoughts. That's the difference.
And managing them.
And managing them. Yeah, it's all about you. And you are the only one that can control them. Look at, for example, look at all the big leaders, the successful people or whatever. There's not different between you and them. They just think differently, and they just know how to lead themselves first, and they know how to manage their thoughts and how to cancel and delete the bad and negative thoughts and replace them with the good thoughts. That's it.
Amazing. So I'd like to also offer an example with myself and to our dear viewers. Sometimes if you find yourself in a train of negative thoughts, the best thing to do to disrupt that, of course, is praying. I think that disrupts that negative trend that you're working towards, and it resets you mentally into a more peaceful and connected to God, of course, mentality, which is much more positive than where you were. Well, now, Yousef would like to pause there, as we do have a report to show our dear viewers, and we'll be back to our questions.
Perfect.
Now, dear viewers, as usual, everybody behind the scenes and our camera crews have been working very hard to bring you the best content. And with that, they have prepared this report titled Shweikh Beach. Let's watch it together, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Hala Kuwait on KTV, the family channel, and I'm pleased to be joined once again with our distinguished guest, Yousef Qabazard, who is a public speaker. Now, Yousef, can you tell us about self-awareness? Why is it so hard, but yet so important?
Do you want to know how to achieve self-awareness?
How?
Get your heart broken. This is how we achieve it. Why do I say that? Because when you get your heart broken, you're going to understand everything about yourself and others. That's how you achieve self-awareness till its highest. And it's important because when you understand yourself, when you question yourself, your behaviors, your thoughts, your attitude toward yourself and others, you're going to understand yourself. And then when you understand yourself, if criticism comes to you, if people think in a bad way about you, you're going to have like a shield. You would not even care about that because you know yourself, you know what you've been through, and you're the only one that is going to move the needle forward. Most people will not support what you have or what you want to achieve.
Yes.
And when you reach this point, that's where self-awareness is the best thing in the entire earth.
Yes, exactly. I agree. Now, how do our families and culture shape the way we define success or happiness?
And here, I realize defining success is about what are the materialistic things you have. And there's nothing wrong with that if this is how you define success. But everybody has its own definition of success. Maybe yours is different than mine, different than our producer or whatever. So you need to put your own definition of success, because so many times I ask people, what does success mean to you? What does money mean to you? Why do you want to be rich? Why they don't have an answer. So if you don't have an answer for yourself, then why are you looking at others? And it's because I got asked this question, and then I thought about it. I didn't get an answer until after 2 years, when I had this little success, whatever they called it. And I don't like to share the story, but I'm going to share the story. For example, one day, when I was working in real estate back in America, I closed a couple of deals, and then I had a little money within my bank account and everything. And I thought, let me celebrate, or let me try buying something new, which was I bought a Porsche, a 718 Porsche, Boxster, 2020, amazing. I had a guy, and I told him that I wanted it. He gave it to me. I gave him the money, and the feeling was absolutely amazing, man. I loved it. First day, second day, third day, and then out of nowhere, people started calling me. People that have not communicated with me in a while, which they've seen how much I put in effort and work while they were playing and celebrating or just sitting in the Duania. And then I ignored them. I had fun first 3-4 days, and then after a week or two, I felt alone. Okay, the feeling of excitement faded away, and I thought, this is success. I got the car, I got my other, and that's maybe some people would go, okay, it's just a Porsche, you must get a Ferrari or a McLaren, or then you're gonna be more happy. But and then I realized I wasn't doing this for me. I was doing it to show people that, look, like I'm successful. I proved you wrong. But I thought I'm gonna feel something, but I didn't feel anything.
It didn't do anything for your soul, basically.
Yes. Okay, I got excited. I achieved a milestone. I achieved a goal, but I thought I'm gonna feel something more. But I didn't feel anything after a week or two after I got my car. Third week, I sold the car, and then back to normal. What's next? So that's why I tell you, everybody has his own definition of success. I can't like unify the definition. Everybody has its own.
So maybe sometimes we're trying to impress our family or our friends or whoever, but at the end of the day, we must find the things that motivate us and feed our souls, basically, and help us grow. Because at the end of the day, a car is a materialistic thing. And it's an external thing.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong if you want to have it, enjoy it. But we tend to tie our confidence or our self-esteem or our value or worth on these things.
Yes.
That's how we do it, especially here in this society. But no one sees behind the curtains. How do you know this guy is happy because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars? He can show you that he's happy. Are you in his life? No. Everybody can show you.
You're not living within him.
Exactly.
He can show you. We all have universes inside of us, and who knows what your universe looks like.
Exactly. And because I saw that with my own eyes, I thought this guy, like I met a guy that has a company that he could sell right now that is about $500 million. And and the way he was looking at me and the way he talked to me, I felt like jealousy and envy because I was just a happy person. Look, and his wife used to talk to me and to tell me, whenever he gets more money, he always go buy a car, buy a car. But I know why he's doing that. He's fulfilling a need or an insecurity within him, because when he was small, he was a poor person, and then he got the riches. That's why he's trying to compensate his own inner insecurities and I don't know what's the word in English, which is naqs.
Deficiency.
A deficiency or something like that, within himself, and he think that this will fulfill him. But as his wife told me, he's just the same person. Nothing is changing. He's just buying more things.
Okay. So now, this is a great segue, by the way, because I want to talk about how do our families and cultures shape the way we define success or happiness. You just touched on it. Can you expand?
You need to know what makes you happy. How can you know it? By doing stuff, by trying stuff. And you're not, first of all, you're not going to be happy all the time, every single day. That's, sorry, but that's not real. You can't feel it.
Exactly.
Because even though you try, but no, sometimes you're a human in the end. You need to go through all the emotions. And
ups and downs.
Yes, ups and downs, you know. And same with me. Like I go, but I don't project. Like for example, I'm having a bad day. Okay, I'm having a bad day. Why do I bring people with me within the bad day? You know, I'm having any. So sometimes we displace our anger or our worriness or our problems onto people. And then how do I know that? By looking at how people behave towards me. Then I know, okay, he's going through stuff and he's just putting it on me so he can feel better about himself. And I know people that did that. So
yeah, I agree. So now, when we talk about what are the cultural habits or traditions do you think hold people back from growing?
I don't have a specific answer for that. However, maybe beliefs holds people back. Well, mostly because it held me back, especially beliefs about money. But this is mostly that held me back until I understood why I had these beliefs. Because most of our beliefs about money, what? Money is evil. Money doesn't go on trees. Money is bad. Everyone who has money is a thief or is a liar or is a cheater or whatever. They instilled these beliefs within us from when we were young. And then when you grow up and realize that money is just an exchange of value, oh, okay, I had a wrong belief about that. Or sometimes beliefs about yourself. Sometimes you have a belief about yourself, oh, I'm a shy person, or I am not a good person, or I'm not confident, or I'm fat, or whatever. You have beliefs about your self-image about yourself. Yeah. These are all you made them up about yourself, and you think people notice. But no, when you believe things about yourself, you're gonna project it on people. It's like making people believe that you are what you're saying you are. Because whatever you feed your mind, it's gonna project on the outside.
It's gonna manifest into reality.
Exactly, exactly. So it's all about, in the end, it all comes back to the person himself.
Now, Yousef, how can we teach people to be more understanding of others who think differently, let's say?
Adapt. You need to adapt. You need to respect other people's opinions, other people's beliefs, other people's cultures, traditions, religion. You need to adapt. So, because as I said, you can't change people. And if you try to change people, it's a full-time job. Okay. And so that's why you need to adapt. You need to understand, be understanding, be sympathetic, and be a good listener. Understand. You don't need to adopt his beliefs or adopt his religion or whatever, but understand, have a good conversation between you and him. We always tend to have conversation or arguments to prove that I'm right. But when you prove that if you want to prove that you're right and he wants to prove that he's right, is the conversation going to end? No, the problem is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you can lose friendship, you can lose people, you can lose a country because of just different opinions. In the end, it's an opinion. Exactly. It's not based on facts.
That's true, that's true. Yeah. So, do you think people shape culture, or does culture shape people?
I see that people shape culture. People, when you see like a handful of people doing the same stuff, and then people will follow subjectively without even noticing. Like I've seen, for example, something that I've realized in society is the way they take pictures. Everybody takes pictures while holding their phone and looking straight. And I see this pattern repeat. It's all about patterns. When you realize these patterns, you're going to laugh. It's all about patterns repeating itself. So when you see that, I see that people shape culture. Yeah, whatever people do, or for example, a famous influencer does, people will copy subjectively because they see him as, for example, a leader or whatever, you know. But because in this world they don't want us to think for ourselves, and when you don't think for yourself, you're easy to manipulate. You're easy to grab attention. We're living in an attention-based economy. Everybody wants their attention, so they can get into your wallets.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then if they can control your emotions, you need to buy this so you can feel good, or you can feel better, or you can feel worthy, or you can feel successful. You need to have this stuff so you can feel successful. So they're just manipulating us subconsciously without even knowing, by seeing the ads. Don't you realize whenever we we talk about something, for example, with people, and then you go back to your phone. I was just talking about that. How does he know? Like really, advertisements about something I just talked about. So
it taps into the mic. It listens to us.
I don't know. I swear, it's scary, and it's all a game.
That's true. That's true. I agree.
It's all a game.
Well, Yousef, of course, it's always a pleasure having you.
Yes.
You're a regular here on the show, but it is always nice to hear your thoughts and your insight. Thank you for spending your time with us.
Of course, it's a pleasure, all mine, and I'm always here for you guys to better serve you, and to better serve you, and to better serve me as well. So thank you so much for having me, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, dear viewers, that was Yousef Qabazard, who's a public speaker. We, of course, now move on to the next report now, which is about self-improvement. Let's watch it together, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.